Hello and welcome to this Coaching Veterans presentation on eating disorders and obesity, presented by me, Paul Bunn, with Veterans Outreach Ministries. You can reach us at 1-8883-301942 or visit us at www.vetcenters.org. Today, we're focusing on challenges many veterans quietly face, including changes in appetite, weight, and energy that affect both physical and mental health. We'll cover how the VA evaluates eating disorders under 38 CFR Section 4.130, how obesity can serve as an intermediate step to secondary service connection, what evidence strengthens your claim, and when these conditions may be presumptive under the PACT Act due to toxic exposures such as burn pits. We'll also walk through real-world examples and C&P exam tips so you can describe your daily limitations clearly and confidently. Eating disorders and obesity affect the entire body and are often tied to military life. Eating disorders can include anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating, while obesity is a chronic medical condition caused by a combination of physical, emotional, and lifestyle factors. Both can stem from stress, medication side effects, or reduced mobility from service injuries. Example, my weight gain started after a back injury when my pain and limited activity made it hard to stay in shape. Many veterans develop these conditions after service due to PTSD, anxiety, or depression. Stress, survivor's guilt, or trauma-related eating habits can lead to undereating or overeating. Some veterans lose their appetite completely during periods of anxiety, while others use food as a coping mechanism. Medications for mood or pain can make this worse. Example, I started eating more at night because I couldn't sleep and used food to calm my nerves. The VA recognizes eating disorders under 38 CFR Section 4.130, which covers mental health conditions. These include anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Ratings range from 0% to 100%, depending on severity, how often the symptoms occur, and how they interfere with work or daily function. Example, my eating disorder causes me to isolate and avoid eating with others, and my doctor said it's affecting my mental health. Obesity is not directly rated as a disability by the VA, but it can be used as an intermediate step for secondary service connection. This means if a service-connected condition, like a back injury, PTSD, or medication use, caused or worsened your obesity, and that obesity then led to another condition like diabetes or hypertension, the resulting conditions can be service-connected. Example, my back injury limited my movement, leading to obesity, which then caused high blood pressure and diabetes. The PACT Act expanded presumptive coverage for metabolic and endocrine issues that may lead to or worsen obesity. Veterans who served in areas with burn pits or toxic exposure, such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Djibouti, and other qualifying locations, may be eligible for presumptive connection if their thyroid, endocrine, or metabolic systems were affected by exposure. These changes can cause unexplained weight gain, fatigue, and hormone imbalance. Example, my doctor linked my rapid weight gain and fatigue to toxic exposure during my deployment, and it's now covered under the PACT Act. Under 38 CFR Section 4.130, eating disorders are rated based on their impact on health and function. A 0% rating applies when symptoms are mild and controlled. A 10% to 30% rating applies to veterans who struggle with social or occupational function due to eating habits. Ratings of 50% to 70% apply when the condition requires medical supervision or frequent counseling. The 100% level covers severe cases needing hospitalization or constant treatment. Example, I see a dietitian weekly and still struggle with eating control when I'm anxious or stressed. Obesity can create a chain reaction leading to other service-connected disabilities. The VA recognizes this as a secondary connection or intermediate step, meaning obesity may connect one disability to another. For instance, PTSD or chronic pain might lead to inactivity and overeating, which then causes diabetes, heart disease, or sleep apnea. Example, my PTSD made me less active and my overeating led to diabetes, which the VA accepted as secondary to my service-connected condition. Obesity and eating disorders can lead to serious health complications. Conditions such as hypertension, sleep apnea, diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease are common secondary effects. Veterans who prove obesity as part of the causal chain between service and these conditions may qualify for additional compensation. Example, my knee problems worsened after I gained weight from limited movement due to my back injury. The mental and emotional side of these conditions is just as important. Eating disorders and obesity often contribute to depression, anxiety, or isolation. Veterans may avoid social settings, have low self-esteem, or experience frustration over body image changes. Example, my counselor said my depression and eating habits are connected because I use food to manage stress and emotions. Weight changes can also be linked to medication side effects. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, pain medications, and sleep aids can all lead to increased appetite or reduced metabolism. If these medications were prescribed for a service-connected condition, any resulting weight gain may qualify as secondary. Example, my medication for chronic pain caused me to gain over 40 pounds, and my doctor linked it directly to my treatment plan. Physical limitations also play a major role. Veterans recovering from back, knee, or ankle injuries often lose mobility, which leads to weight gain over time. Obesity then worsens joint pain and overall mobility. This cycle can be difficult to break without proper medical support. Example, after my ankle injury, I couldn't run or exercise like before, and I gained a lot of weight that made my other conditions worse. Before your CNP exam, prepare documentation that shows your eating or weight challenges over time. Bring medical records, lab results, and notes from nutritionists or therapists. Be open about emotional triggers, medication side effects, or physical limitations that cause your symptoms. Example, I told my examiner that my overeating began after I was prescribed medication for chronic pain and that I've gained over 50 pounds since. Lay and witness statements can add valuable context to your claim. A spouse, family member, or coworker can describe how your eating patterns, mood, or energy have changed. Example, my spouse wrote that I skip meals when I'm anxious and overeat when I'm under stress, and that my energy levels have dropped significantly. Keeping track of your symptoms is one of the most effective ways to support your claim. Maintain a simple journal tracking your weight, appetite, energy, and mood changes. Note how stress or medications affect your eating habits. Example, I track my appetite and weight in a notebook so my doctor can see the ups and downs connected to my anxiety. The VA recognizes eating disorders under 38 CFR, section 4.130, and obesity as an intermediate or secondary connection when caused or worsened by a service-related condition. Under the PACT Act, veterans exposed to toxins or burn pits may qualify for presumptive coverage if metabolic or hormonal changes caused obesity or rapid weight fluctuation. Always be honest, consistent, and detailed about your symptoms and gather all available evidence. For more help, visit www.vetcenters.org or call 1-888-330-1942. You've served your country, now it's our turn to serve you.